He was a high school football phenom who was on the edge of fame and fortune. It all changed in an instant when he was falsely accused of rape. It's the story of Brian Banks.
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit. He lost 11 years. Scholarship. He was prevented from playing football.
The system is broken.
We have 10 months to clear his name.
If in that time they do not overturn your conviction, you'll be a prisoner again.
I need something big, something extraordinary.
It's extraordinary that I'm still here. I'm still standing.
Yeah.
You ever been locked up? It nearly killed me.
How did you survive it?
And the man behind this real-life drama, Brian Banks, is here in studio now. Brian, first of all, your story really makes my heart ache on so many levels. So let me ask you, how did you survive this?
There really is no method to the madness. Just one day at a time, one step at a time. Just being in control of my emotions and not allowing my emotions to control me. You know, you really get to a point to where you have to find the things that you can control and try not to pay much mind to the things you can't.
Yeah, and Brian, you were 16, accused of rape, falsely accused of rape, and this movie comes out now, and you're on set, and you're sitting through it. What did it feel like having to relive this whole experience?
It was tough. I can't sit there and say that it was a good time. It was a tough time, but definitely a much needed time. I mean, I learned a lot about myself. I healed in a lot of these moments, resurfacing some of these things. But I think more so just the ultimate decision to do this, knowing how it would affect other people and help those that have been silenced, that are in similar situations. It far outweighed the pain of having to relive this than not doing it at all.
Did you have a daily mantra or a motto, or what was the one thing that you would say to yourself every day to just kind of motivate yourself to keep pushing through?
That I may not be in control over what's happening in my life, but I am in control over me while going through those things. And just not allowing one moment in time to dictate the duration of my life, knowing that no one will work harder for me than me and the things that I wanted in life. And so I just had to stay strong for myself, for my family, my mom.
For your mom especially, I couldn't imagine your mom.
Absolutely.
And Brian, 16, to go through this at 16, and I think of this impossible decision, right, that you had to make with your mom and your lawyers, like it's either jail or jail, right?
Yeah. Well,
what was it like?
No contest. I mean, how did you just know what you wanted to choose?
Well, unfortunately, we live in a society where our system is based, our judicial system is based more on pleas than the actual discoverance of truth, where 95 to 97% of all criminal cases ends in some form of a plea bargain. I was put in a position where I was feared, exhausted, and tricked into taking a deal at the age of 17. Not having adequate counsel, a number of reasons led me to being forced into taking that plea. And it's the story that is all too familiar for so many people behind bars right now.
The terror of it all. I'm just trying to think, I mean, I can only imagine being 16. Was that, I mean, were you scared? I mean, of course, scared, but.
Absolutely. Being told that, you either walk into this courtroom and risk your entire life in prison. I was facing 41 years to life in prison. Or walking into a courtroom and pleading out and taking a deal for something that I didn't do. Fighting that case for an entire year to just be in that position at the end of it. I felt as if the system, society, everybody had failed me. And that it's broken and it needs to be fixed.
So is that something that you want from this movie, kind of to bring awareness of this broken judicial I'm so, like, I feel for you so much right now. So it's like,
this is exactly the reason and the point that this film is being made. I want to show people what's going on. You hear about these stories of wrongful incarceration, you hear about the number of years lost, but you really don't understand what goes on in that period of time, what they miss out on, what they had to endure, what we had to endure. So this is an opportunity for you to be informed about wrongful convictions, but also how it affects that person, their family, their community, and what goes on in all of those years that are lost, and how that person just hangs on every day as long as they can to survive.
Well, how do you feel? Are you bitter? Do you carry that with you?
You know what? No one deserves that much power over your life, where you have to be put in a position where you have to figure out if I forgive you or I don't forgive you. Am I bitter? Am I not bitter? Regardless of how you feel, it doesn't change what has already taken place. So what's important is what you do with what you've been through, how you allow it to affect you, using those negative experiences as fuel to push you forward and paying it forward and helping the next person that needs it.
Yeah. Well, the movie is really inspirational. It's also definitely about that. So thank you so much, and we're really, really excited.
Incredible
to see it.
story. And we should mention too, you were able to follow your dream of football, and you got to play some in the NFL. So there was some redemption here.
There was a little bit of redemption. It doesn't give back those years lost, but it definitely shows that if given the opportunity of having life restored, the people that are wrongfully convicted behind bars now, they have dreams and passions too, to have families, to play sports, to get a job. We can give them those opportunities if we rectify the system.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brian.
And the movie Brian Banks opens nationwide this Friday.